What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Flash Season 4 video. So if you're new to the channel, a like and a subscribe is super appreciated here. So welcome. The Flash Season 4 is, I think it's just like 20 days now until the show is actually back, and I am super hyped for this. And let me know in the comments if you are super hyped for this show. So we've had some brand new promotional images come out of this season, and it's given us an insight and really a lot more high quality look at what is happening in the season 4 opening episode, which is very light on the old Barry Allen. Now, the lion's share of these images do actually seem to be that it is the team, or what's left of it, actually have to fight against one of the samurais, which were made by Baron Katano, and well, it does look to me like it might actually be created by the Thinker. Now, that is just one of my theories I'm going off. The fact that these samurais are robots. The Thinker has a person who has the mechanic, who is able to, or seemingly from the casting information and what we've heard, is the fact that this character is able to actually make a few kind of cool technical items, which is going to be an interesting thing to say the least. And I would probably think that this is a very indirect version of that, and that is what is going on. Now, we do also see Barry with those weird symbols around him, which are possibly the secrets to him actually unlocking the Speed Force. And in another video, I have mentioned that what he actually can do with that, or what he might be doing, is unlocking all of the Speed Force inside of his brain, and so he can think at Speed Force speed, using the full ability, and can take down the Thinker that way. That'll be the season-long mystery of him trying to work out all of this information. Or it might simply just lead up until the mid-season finale, for Christmas, that kind of thing. But one of the most curious parts of these images is the fact that we've got gap year bartender Caitlin Snow, who seems to be working in a very dive bar there. And it's really weird here. I'm not really sure what is going on and what they're doing with Caitlin Snow. But obviously we know that Caitlin is on the run. Or not even on the run, but she's more kind of going on a sabbatical, as we saw at the end of last season. So what she could actually be doing here is the fact that she has gone off, she's working in this bar. And then we do have Cisco trying to actually get the band back together, and he goes and finds her and tries to convince her to actually come back and help find Barry, because in the trailer we do actually see Barry Allen kind of hinting the fact that he is wanting to come back out of the Speed Force, and that will be kind of what this focus on this episode will be, is him coming out of the Speed Force, albeit he will be completely groggy and won't know exactly what is going on, but all the same he's trying to get Caitlin Snow back. So it does seem like Caitlin has some sort of control over her powers. And I think that what will happen is that she will be using her powers. We will get like the white hair, or the eyes will change, but we won't necessarily get the Killer Frost personality. Maybe she's actually kind of controlled that personality. That's a secret, Captain. I'm always cold and frosty. That is what I think might be going on there. She might be actually controlling that personality, which I still think it's really weird that when she uses her power, she has that sort of Killer Frost personality. I've found that a bit strange. I always like to think of the Earth 2 Killer Frost as someone who has kind of really broken, and that's why she's evil. And it's not the personality, it's just she has these powers and everything's gone wrong for her, and that's why she's decided to become evil. But what is going on here is the fact that she is having a handle on her powers. And there's one thing that's really curious here. So we do have Caitlin Snow in this bar. She is, of course, seemingly working behind the bar as well. But she is also confronting a man. And this man, this is the actor Mark Sweatman. and he is playing Norvock. Now, Norvock is actually a character that is very, very closely linked to the Thinker. Now, the Thinker is obviously Clifford DeVoe, but he's not always been bad. He was a lawyer in the city, and he was a very clever character himself. And what actually happened and what this turned out is the fact that he had this guy, Norvock, who managed to get off of his crimes, and he started to drink, and he drank too much, and then started to offer his services to Norvock and try and keep all of his actual crew, his mafia crew, out of prison, because he is a fantastic solicitor, lawyer, whatever you want to call it, and that is what he can do for him. And funnily enough, later on, they actually come to a feud, and he ends up tricking the poor old Norvock into dying. And I think that's a really, really cool thing there. It's a nice little touch, and I can't help but think maybe the Thinker and the Mechanic both work for Norvock, and he will actually go off and work on his own after this, and Norvock might be a big character in this season just for the first few episodes. And what is curious as well is that he pops up again in the 5th episode of season 4 of The Flash. So Norvock will be popping up again in episode 5, and that is curiously as well where Katie Sackhoff will be there playing the blacksmith, and we might see the network as well. And further to that as well, once the network is revealed in the comics, we do actually get Clifford DeVoe. We get the AI version of him when his brain was downloaded by the Justice Society of America. We see him also attack them, and we see the Flash actually taking on the Thinker and the new rogues as well. And also a funny coincidence, I only just reread the volume 2 of The Flash by Jeff Johns this week, so it's quite fresh in my memory, and it's quite cool to see that connection as well. So I think that's the way that this is actually going to go. It's quite a big hint towards that, and it's kind of weird. So I'm going by IMDb that he's popping up on issue. He's actually popping up in episode 5. So again, take that with a pinch of salt, because I was trying to look for the casting notices of this, because I actually noticed the name of him in the FlashTVnews.com when they posted these. There is the cast list below it. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.